Okay, we are at an S7. I have everything turned on in the house. So now I'm going to go in and turn off one circuit breaker at a time. Stand by. Okay, that was turning off circuit breaker 14. No change in the signal dropping. So now I'm going to go on to the next one. It was circuit breaker 1012 to 50 amp, and I don't see it change. It's about the same as 7, S8. Okay, that was the 6 and 8, that was another 50 amp breaker, and I changed the readings to dBm instead of the S so we can see where we're at a little bit easier. So it's 8079 dBm. Next circuit breaker, another 50 amp coming up. Okay, that was circuit breaker 2 and 4, the big 50 amp. No more large circuits, they're all smaller ones now. We're done with the right side of the panel. We're going to go to the left side, starting at the bottom. Okay, that was circuit breaker 15. Don't see a change. Next one. Okay, that was circuit breaker 13. No significant change. Internet still looks like it's up. Okay, circuit breaker 11, don't see a change, and looks like our net gear in the trailer is down, so that must have been the outside. Okay, next circuit. Okay, that was circuit breaker 9. Still have high noise. 9 is lights in the house. Curious. I see there was an opening there right above 4,000, 6,000. Have to watch the video. That was the next circuit breaker up. What was it, 7, I think? I'll double check. Okay, I just turned off circuit breaker 5, so that last one was 7. And it looked like it may have cleared up 4 to 6 a little bit. Okay, gonna go on to the next one. Still have a really high noise. We're still up there. Okay, 3 is a double breaker. I just turned off the lower of the circuit breaker double. So 3 lower was just turned off. Now we're going to turn off 3 high. Okay, that was 3 high. So we have just the one circuit breaker number 1 left. Okay, that was circuit breaker 1. I'm going to go ahead and throw the very main breaker incoming, but I don't see any real change. I'll go ahead and turn off the entire main circuit now. Okay, that's the main circuit breaker, and we are still super high. And we have, what is this? Why does it show 8 dB? Did the antenna go back on again? It did. So let's drop it down to 0. Okay, now, while it still is the same, but we are at 0 RF gain, and I'm going to bring everything back on one at a time, starting with the main breaker to the house. And I'm going to leave that like that. Maybe we'll see something change. That's curious. Okay, let's bring that up. There, now it stayed. Okay. Oh, no, it goes away. So I was hoping to keep that. I got noise blanking on, so I'm going to turn this off. And now we have just receive antenna 1 at 0. And we'll start turning things back on. And yeah, the antenna goes away after a little bit, so that's fine. I'm going to turn circuit breaker, the main breaker for the house, back on. Okay, main breaker is back on, so I'm going to go and turn on the individual breakers one by one, starting with number 1. Okay, circuit breaker 1 is back on. We'll do number 3, go working down the left side. Okay, circuit breaker 3 has the top and bottom, so that was the top. So now I'm going to do 3 bottom. Okay, 3 bottom is back on. Have to look at the video, but it looks like there's a little bit of something turning back on. We'll have to see if that stuff that's highlighting in red now is something that happened when we turned it on. 3 bottom might be something to look into. I see some waveforms just above 2,000. Alright, on to number 5. Okay, circuit breaker 5 is back on. We'll do number 7 next. Seeing some interesting stuff right here around. Let me go to the actual window. Right here. This stuff right there at about 2.68. I'll have to check that out later in the video. On to the next one. With circuit breaker 7, number 7, and let's see where we are with Wi-Fi. I forgot which one has the Wi-Fi. We're not, don't see Wi-Fi available yet. I forgot which circuit that's on. So on to the next circuit. Okay, that was circuit breaker 9. I see now that Wi-Fi in the house is coming back up, so I'll double check my circuit labeling. I got it in a spreadsheet, so we'll go on to the next circuit breaker. The internet in the house is coming online. That is circuit breaker 11, and the trailer is coming back online. That is the backyard with the trailer. So that was circuit breaker 11. And we should start seeing, yep, there's the internet for the trailer. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, that was circuit breaker 13. And we'll go on to the next one. I'm also going to do some checking when we're all done with some components in the trailer that I found with John's MFJ line noise meter. We'll see what that looks like. On to the next circuit breaker though, down the left side. That was circuit breaker 15, and as you can tell, there's something's coming up. I can hear it whining a little bit. No, not the airplane that's flying over. I can definitely hear something, and it looks like the video also shows some red spots coming in. So we'll check out the right side breakers now. Still 80 dBm. Okay, that was right side top circuit 2.4, the big 50 amp for the stove. We'll do the next large one, another 50 amp circuit. Okay, that was right side 6.8 50 amp circuit breaker. We'll get back in a couple of smalls and then one more large one. Next one. Okay, that was circuit 1012. That is the electric car charger. So now we're starting into the smaller ones. Okay, that was circuit 14. There's one more, and then we are back to everything on in the house. And we still have the huge 81 dBm S7, S8. Alright, we are back with all circuit breakers turned on in the house. I'm going to turn on the LED light that is in the trailer because it squealed a lot when I had John's meter. So let's see if we could see that on the recording. It's currently off. Let's see what happens. Okay, now it's on. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn it on. Interesting. Not really seeing things. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to leave it off. The other thing that was curious is the monitor squealed quite a bit too. So I'm going to turn the monitor is currently on, so I'm going to turn it off. It's off. And turn it back. Wow, look at that noise that just came up. Down around the 2000 mark. Okay, I'm going to turn the monitor back on. Monitor is coming on. And I'm going to log into the computer and turn the computer off in the trailer. Shutting the computer in the trailer down, and the monitor should cycle itself off in just a sec. Interesting stuff I'm seeing right around that, a little above the 2000. Okay, and the monitor is in standby. I'm going to turn it off. Now it's off. Alrighty. So there you have it. That is turning all of the equipment on and all of the equipment off via the circuit breakers in the house. One thing that I'm curious, I'm going to go over here and play around with the band zoom. I'm going to zoom in and see. So right now the antenna is at 0 gain, so I'm going to zoom in. There's the first zoom, Antenna gain stays the same. I'm going to go to the second zoom. And there's that noise. Curious, right around 2.692. And our antenna is still low, set to the 0 mark. And zoom in one more time. There is all the noise in distinct patterns again. I don't see the grow light like I did the last couple of days. Antenna is still set to no RF gain. Do another zoom in. Now you'll see that we are just below. I'm going to move this over so you can see the 80 meters. We're just below 80 meters, and you can see now you can see activity on the 80 meter band. So I'm going to zoom in one more time. And again, we're just below 80 meters. And one more time. You see some interesting stuff. Something going crazy and some noise or something going on there. Look at how that, okay, let me move this back over. You can see where that's stabilized now. So something weird going on. Weird. Zoom in one more time. Still a super high. You just heard the, now if I go -8, there's -8. Brought down the noise, but you still see that we have some. So 3269, 3215. I'm going to zoom out. So we're at -8 dB. So we're attenuating the antenna signal. -8 dB. I'm going to walk out the zoom, and you can see we've got something definitely some noise over here. It's kind of curious. Zoom out one more time. And you can see more of the band. If I move this, click into the 80 meters, you can see that the band now turned on the 80 meter bandpass filters. I just heard it click. And something definitely just bleeped there. Okay, there it is, our 80 meter band in its entirety. And we go back out, and there the filter just kicked out. Or a click. And then there's another click. So I'm going to move this. Okay, so now we're below the 80 meters. So the bandpass filters are reset, and some interesting little signals going on here. So let me zoom out one more time. And again, we are, let's double check, yeah, we are still set to -8 dB. So we are attenuating everything on the antenna. Okay, go out one more zoom. And that brought back in a whole lot of stuff. Oh, there. You can switch in and out. So that brings in, I bet, the bandpass filter for the 80 meter. You can hear some clicking relays in the radio. And there's the AM broadcast, just super hot down there. And I'm going to zoom out one more time. It should be our max. Yeah, it should be our max. Okay. I'll do it one more time. I think that's it. Oh, some more. Okay, that was the last. Zoom out. Okay, so we are all the way zoomed out. Our antenna is set to negative. Oh no, it went back to 0. Okay, that's fine. If I attenuate, there's the attenuate of negative 8 dB. But you can still see just tons of stuff. Let me clear this out of the way. Really hot AM. Okay, I'm going to pause the recording and stick in. First of all, I'm going to turn on the power supply for the radio because right now I'm still on the battery. So the power supply is back on. And I'm going to pause the recording and insert an AM bandpass filter that I bought before and see where we are. I'm going to pause it now. Okay, just inserted the it's the DLW Associates passband, and it passes 1.8 to 54 megahertz with a stop band of 0 to 1.7 megahertz. So that should be the AM broadcast band with a negative 40 dB minimum from 0 to 1.7 megahertz. Passband loss is 1 dB max at 1.8 to 54 megahertz, and the power rating is 200 watts. DLW Associates FL1718 at dlwc.com. And I am not. Oh, yeah, actually I do see a big change. Notice it did drop out our AM. Our AM now is gone. So, well, it's definitely reduced. It's not gone, but bring this back up. You can definitely see a difference here. There are still a few that are hot, that are in over here. I should have just left the yeah, it's let me zoom in to the AM. Okay, now you can see a little bit of the AM there. We still have some hot stuff. I'm going to leave the recording going and disconnect this filter and put it back the way it was. So let me take the one end off. Okay, that is the no antenna now going into the Antenna Genius, and I'm pulling the in-fed half wave back in. Okay, now I'm connecting the in-fed half wave back, and there is our look at that signal come back. Yeah, so that filter definitely works. It is rated at 200 watts. So that would help pre-select and remove the AM. But I also know that there was a lot of FM that was killing things, but that definitely works for killing the AM. Doesn't do anything for my 80 meter area, but it definitely helped to get rid of the AM. Okay, I'm going to pause because I have another filter that I want to try. So let's bring the pause back in. Okay, coming off pause. The next filter that I'm going to try is a low pass filter. Cutoff frequency is 30 megahertz. Maximum input power 500 watts. Input output impedance is 50 ohms. Insertion loss is less than 0.5 dB at 0 to 30 megahertz. The attenuation should be greater than 80 dB at 60 to 900 megahertz. This is a filter, I forgot, I'll have to look it up where I bought it. It's model 27-586 low pass filter, and I forgot who makes it. So I'm going to leave it live because that was interesting when I plug things in and out live. So now I'm going to pull the antenna out and insert the filter. Okay, the antenna is out, and I need to plug it into the filter side first. Okay, the antenna is connected to the filter, and now we're going to connect the filter with the antenna to the radio through the antenna jeans. Okay, what did that get us? So, it says that above, let's go over here. And it said that above the hand bands it was supposed to look again at the, okay, above 30 it's so there's the zoom out. That's as far out as I can zoom. And above 30, looks like we are running right around that seems to have, I'll have to compare it in and out, but that definitely looks a lot quieter up there. There's where I just heard the radio click in, so yeah, right around the 30. We start picking up the antenna signals again. Relays are clicking in the radio. So we're bringing in different pass filters. And they are definitely clicking in and out. huge AM stuff down here. Alrighty, so we are back. I'm going to go ahead and plug both filters in at the same time. So we're going to keep it right there. Take the antenna out. Bring in the AM filter. Okay, the antenna is out. Go into the AM filter that I have. So this is the one that does pass 1.8 to 54, but stops 0 to 1.7. Okay, there's one side in. Plug the jumper in. Antenna jumper. Now we're going to plug into the Antenna Genius with both filters on. And there is both filters together. And as you can see, our AM is definitely reduced. So that filter is definitely working. That kills our AM really good. But we still have something very high in our 80 meters, and that's the band that we definitely want to play with. So let me zoom out and focus just on, or zoom in, I'm sorry, zoom in, because we are interested in our 80 meter band. As you can see, our AM is dropped out or reduced quite a bit. So I think leave that filter in. It definitely helped. But when I zoom in to the 80 meters, we have definitely got some noise up there again. And double check where the antenna went. Okay, so we're still sitting at 0. There is definitely, check out this noise right in here. Interesting, it went away when it, so wow, that was interesting. It went away when I started moving around a little bit. Okay, relay clicked in the radio. Okay, another click. There, it just started back up again. Okay, relay clicked. Oh, look at that noise just come up. Okay. Back to our 80 meters where we're interested. And this video is definitely long. May need to cut it up. Alrighty, there's our 80 meter band that we are interested in. As I switch around here again, I'm just a little bit below 80 meters, and there we go. So I think I'm going to cut the stop the video there and see what we think as we review it. There is the top of the 80 meter right there. lots of lines, but at least I'm not seeing that huge grow light noise that I had the last couple of days. That seems to have disappeared. So they must be in the off cycle again. Alrighty. KE7JIM. That's it for now. 73.